Okay, so as we know, the large language models work how? So the whole of the information present on www, that is World Wide Web, is used to train these models. But in case, what if we want some information or some analysis from the large language models on our live data or any other data for which the large language model is not being trained for that. So in that case, in context learnings comes into place. So what does in context learning means? In context learning means we will train the model to provide the answers for our data. So in this case, for example, we can use zero shot inference. Now, what is zero shot inference? Zero shot inference means that we ask one question particularly to the large language model and and expect them to provide the answers. For example, if we ask the large language model to provide a summary of a given chapters, so this is known as zero shot inference. Now, there's a drawback in that. For example, if we ask them to provide the summary and they provide the summary, but what if we have not told them we want a formal tone or informal tone? We want how much length of the summary should it be? What's the tone of that summary? So here comes one shot inference. Now, what does one shot inference means? One shot inference means that we are providing one example to the model so that it may better understand what is our need and on what parameters it needs to focus. So this is, for example, we are providing one example and the answer of it. For example, we provide one text and the summary of it in about 3 4 lines. So we are letting the model know that if we are providing this question, for example, we are providing a text of 10 pages, we want the summary in 3 4 lines. So it will produce the summary in 3 4 lines. Now, next comes few short inferences. What is few short inferences? We are providing many examples to the model. For example, here in case we can see we are providing one example, then what is the answer we are expecting? We are providing another example and what is the answer we are expecting. Now we are providing a prompt of the, for example, of the question we want to get the answer, and it will provide the answers for it. But it has a disadvantage, that because the length or the size of the window is limited. We cannot provide multiple examples because the prompt limit is limited. So in here comes now the fine tuning. If, for example, we are not able to provide many examples because of the character limit or prompt limit, now we will go for fine tuning. So we'll learn about fine tuning in the next class. And so just to the summary of all that is that in context learning is the place. In context learning in terms of large language models means that we are taking or we are using the large language models to get the answers of the data for which the large language model is not being trained on that. Yeah, thank you.